as an Orthodox Christian in Britain, when we want to say about living as an Orthodox Christian in Britain, I think that essential thing which someone should deal is a non-Christian environment. It is quite strange to say, especially when we recall that Britain was enlightened in the first century according to the church tradition. However, now the situation is changed. Now English people are abandoning their Christian heritage with a dramatic speed. About a year ago, I spoke to one of my friend, an Orthodox Christian, an English man in his 70s, and he told me such thing. You know, Father, that England is no longer a Christian country. At that time, I thought that it was an exaggeration. However, recently I went to the results of the census of 2021, and it showed that only 46% of the population of England and Wales called themselves Christians, whereas about 46% of the population called themselves non-believers, that is, atheists. When we go to the same results in Scotland, the figures are even more striking. Only 38% of the population of Scotland identify themselves as Christians, whereas 51% replied that they believe in nothing. There is a Russian proverb, which, translated into English, says, "A sacred place is never empty." This means that there is no such a thing as spiritual vacuum. If people refuse one faith, its place is taken by other faith immediately, and we see this in England, in Britain as a whole. We see as how other religions take place of Christianity, for example, Islam. But more often, people begin to worship idols, especially they begin to idolize their passions, pride, greed, self-indulgence, and so on. And this situation reminds very much the situation that was in the first centuries of Christianity, when Christians were only few people and they had to deal with a heathen environment. However, we should remember that it's Christian faith that helped Christians to endure all these temptations. And even now, we should remember that Christ is the way and the truth and the life.